All right, what's up, guys? Good afternoon, early afternoon, where I'm coming from. Um, and this is a a milestone stream. We're hitting a good milestone here. The milestone it is that we're hitting is this is our day 7, right? And so day 7, we, you know, I mean it's been a week. So for one, before I forget it, we need to go over. I cannot zoom into this note, so it might be hard for you guys to see. But we basically need to develop the today's plan, right? Very simply. So today we're gonna be finalizing. Let's say finalize. First we're gonna start off. This is today's plan. Today's plan, bro. We're just gonna make this very simple. Today's plan is to finalize payment system. So like get that over the line. Finalize payment system and finalize payment system, right? And ship to production. Okay. Step 2. So we're going to say finalize payment system and ship to production. So that means like deliver it. It's live. Launch it. So the payment system feature will be launched today is the idea. Next, improve landing page copy. So we're going to improve the copy on our landing page so that people understand what it is. So we might, this might be like recording product use, etc. So we're going to improve landing page copy and record product videos. Okay? So this is going to be simple. Finalize payment system and ship to production. Improve landing page copy and record product videos. Then develop a reach out list. So we're going to just simply list. We're going to create like a spreadsheet of like teams we're going to reach out to actually try to sell the software to. And from there, you know, we'll see if we can catch somebody on the hook and get a sell today or tomorrow. So develop reach out lists, quick sales letter. So we're gonna be reaching out to these people via Instagram. These is where these people, because obviously since we're like a link in bio platform, we want to reach out to people via Instagram and encourage them to use our software. So we're gonna put together a list of teams to reach out to. We already have like a list of people that we follow on Instagram that we already know who, but we're just gonna list it out like formally so that we could track it because you can't improve what you don't track. So we're gonna kind of like just do that piece here on day 7. So let's finish up the payment system really quick. So we were close when it came to that aspect of things. So let's pull that up right now. So return to plans, return home. Okay. So this mostly works. This went way home. So let's sign. Okay, gotta sign in here. We're signed in. So let's see. We got our analytics. So basically, we need to make it so when someone decides to click deploy, let's close all these tabs because this thing's gonna run slow until we close all our tabs. It's gonna run like super slow. Hey, closing all tabs out. But we gotta do some cleaning, spring cleaning. It's okay, man. It's worse things that could happen. So those were API keys. Okay, so localhost 3000 slash dashboard. I think he doesn't care anymore. There you go. So now we have this. So basically, when they click deploy, if they haven't already subscribed, then we want to be ensured that they, you know. So we basically, so actually, it's funny because we probably are gonna have to listen to events from Stripe using a webhook. Because yesterday I was saying we don't need a webhook, but now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm there's really no other way to know if they paid or not. I guess there might be another way. We can test a payment here soon, but basically after they pay, we want to make sure we're let's go to success, right? I think there's a success screen. How's that working out? Check out success. Thank you for your subscription. So like what are we determining checkout success based on again? Handle checkout, jet loading, like checkout, await fetch, JSON for the gear checkout session. Um, fuck. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so let's consider that we need to track a user's current subscription status, right? So we need to track a user's current subscription status. So ideally there are two status such as um or I guess there are two I guess there are I mean there can start as two, right? So you got so I guess you got three statuses. There are three statuses. Such as like let's think. You have uh well I guess you like subscription type. Cause like a status is like a little different. Like, you know, let's consider that we need to track a user's current subscription type after they have okay, yeah. After the user selects a payment or pricing plan and and pays via the Stripe checkout, we should ensure after a successful payment that that we capture and save the their subscription type into the database and associate it with their account based on the pricing plan that they selected. Okay? Your job is to create the database, to create the pricing service. What would you call this? Like the payment service or something? Payment service. Is that a good name? Stripe service. 'Cause it wouldn't really be like the Stripe service. It'd be more like the like subscription service. And the necessary functions to create the desired necessary database type and functions to enable the desired successful payment flow. Okay, wait. Oh, I didn't even tell it to. I didn't. Okay, let's actually. I think I like that prompt, so let's actually give it to the agent rather than the other thing. We'll actually give this task to the agent here. Might need to handle the Stripe and then the webhook handler. Is that how they want us to handle it with the checkout flow, though? Is the question. Stripe education. Because I don't think we need a webhook with this. Yeah, there's no webhook that should be needed because so for example, create a fulfillment function. Create a function on your server to fulfill successful payments. Webhook trigger this function is called when customers send to your website are completing checkout. This guy refers to this function as fulfill checkout, but you can name the function whatever you wish. Correctly handle being called multiple times within the same checkout session ID. Set the checkout session ID as an argument. Retrieve the cookie checkout ID. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So check the payment status property to determine if it requires fulfillment. Perform fulfillment of the line item before fulfillment status for prior to checkout session. Depending on you have the Stripe CLI, I'm pretty sure, but maybe not for this project. Now I have Stripe. It's just like LS. I gotta do some like weird stuff. I gotta go to I think. Oh wait, hold on. Don't do that. Uh, here. See, hold on, because this is like Stripe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think mine is. I gotta like actually. So if I did like the stripe listen now, newer version is updating. Okay, so maybe key expires, so I'd have to get a new iPad key, but that's effectively basically I gotta log in, I'm pretty sure. $396.98. Oh, 396.98. Magic, daring, honest, nicer. I think oh shit, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh wait, hold on, buddy, that wasn't in there. Oh fuck, I might be fucked. Okay, there we go. So if it did actually implement this the way that it should. Wait, whoa, was still generating? Subscription ID. Why is it version does this have? That's why, because it was waiting for me to tell it what to do. Ha ha ha. Well, all right, let's see, bro. Set is verifying. Set is subscribe. True. Like I'm just trying to see if like what happens if we like subscription status, subscription period. Why is there a subscription period in the subscription service that wasn't even created? Start subscription service. Right there. Create subscription. Oh, here's the subscription service. See that subscription service. So user subscriptions, set doc, subscriptions. So we have Stripe customer ID, current period. So you have a whole subscription object. So we have the product ID, product name, price ID, status, subscription status, period amount, currency, current period start, cancel it, period end. ID, period. Wow. So it really created a whole subscription object. I think there's like a different architecture. Since effectively, so because like the entire thing is like actually what's up Nightmare, how's it going? Because the entire thing that is actually trying to get us to do is kind of interesting because this subscription object, I don't really like that. Express our data model. There are different or better way, say better way to express our data model. Is there a better way? Just say is there a better way? Better way to express our data model. Since we want to allow for one-time payments, which amount to a year's worth of access to the application. On the other hand, users can subscribe for $5 monthly. So the subscription object and its current implementation may be too rigid / bloated. What? Let's see. There's a more flexible approach. User plan, product ID, product name, access type, subscription, or purchase. Valid until one-time purchase is expiration date, no for lifetime access. Okay, purchase, payment type, amount, send a number. Get the currency, you get the purchase at date. See, I'm starting to like this data type better than what we initially had. So let's compare it. So initially, on the first prompt, we had the following data type that it gave us. So we had this user subscription prompt. I mean, this user subscription. Let me close this over here. So compare this, guys. So basically, here, I mean, we still got the product ID. We still got everything for the most part. We're not storing the price ID, which we don't necessarily need the price ID. We could store it for convenience, and then instead of a status, we have access type, and then we just have invalid until. We have a date. Okay. I kind of think this is simple enough. Stripe subscription ID, Stripe price ID, Stripe customer ID. Yeah, Nightmare, we're implementing Stripe right now into the application. Yes, sir. We're basically finalizing implementation. So like most of the implementation is there. We just want to make sure we're able to like activate the user subscription after we accept the payment. So after they pay in Stripe, like we already set up that workflow. We want to be able to like turn on their subscription, right? And so since there's two different subscription types, we just want to make sure we account for that in the database, and then also be like flexible enough in the approach so that like down the line we can add more more subscription options. What's up, Shivraj? How many hours a day? Probably like 3 to 4 a day, like around like 4 hours on average a day so far. Um, Probably should have, honestly could have got some more time in, but since I've been like trying to do it while streaming, I've only had like the wind to do 4 hours of streaming. So yeah, not much time. So like about like we're just shy of 30 hours into this. Strike customer ID. So yeah, I think we like this model over here on the right a lot better. Um, I think that's gonna be the case. Let me see something. Do they have like an actual subscription ID? I don't know if they have a subscription ID. Is what I was kind of worried about. Sure. Would it be like billing? Oh, I guess they do have a subscription ID. So yeah, this is the subscription object. That makes a lot of sense. So okay, so basically we're gonna store the ID of that right here. Um, Strike price ID, strike code. I like this. So we'll tell it to implement this. And then is user plan active? If not, if no plan, return false. So if they don't have a plan, then their plan is obviously not active. If the plan.access type equals purchase, return plan.valid until equals null. So that will return plan.valid until equals null. So that's true, or so if there's no valid until, or there's valid until is greater than new date. So basically, if the time is valid until is like greater than the current date, or valid until is not active, then we're gonna return this. So this is basically just returning like if this it's valid, like just pure logic. And then return plan is active and not plan, not cancel that end. Not cancel that end. What is that? I think only relevant for subscriptions. Cancel it end. Oh, is that like if you? I guess that's a property for like if like I want to cancel my subscription before the end of the month. I'm vibe coding the to-do list app. I'm stuck on the part where I make an add task button, but when I click on it, I want there to be a square pop-up with options. How could I get Cursor to follow this? So, okay, what version of Cursor are you using? Are you using or sorry, what model are you using? Are you using Claude 3.7 Sonnet, Shivraj? Hopefully, I'm saying that right, Shivraj. Uh, get planning remaining days. Get planning remaining days. So, this all seems fine for the most part. Yes. Well, would you like me to revise any specific parts and implementation of this new model? Yes. Revise. Let's replace this new model with space this new model. Let's replace the old code. Or let's replace the old code with this new model rather. New model. Yes, let's replace the old code implementation with this new model. So to answer your question, man, I think like I would love for you to click on it when there's curve options. Okay, here's it follows. Bro, I'm gonna encourage you to join the Discord as well. There's a link in the description to join our Discord. That's something we can help you out in there to get more like detailed on your problem. Try to help you with that. Um, I made an add task button when I click on it. When there be a square pop up with options. So if you want there to be a square pop up with options, like you're talking about something like this. Actually, I think I know what you're talking about. Like you click this, and there's like this. So like if I click this add button, you see how that pops up? Is that what you're like describing, that functionality? Oh shit. Yeah, honestly, like you could literally say like exactly what you just typed there, and Cursor should be able to pick up on that. Or like you can like screenshot this. Honestly, like if you wanted to, you could just like screenshot the screen right now with this up, and then like plop that in a Cursor, and then like tell it, hey, you want the button to work like so and so. Oh, and Nightmare just gave you some good advice as well. I think that could work. I think that definitely will work. So it's updating the pricing stuff for us. It's basically currency not with any more flexible so about the execution service. So yeah, you definitely so this is a good example of us like catching the AI before it, like kind of made things a little more cumbersome down the line. Like it would have got us a working solution, don't get me wrong, but just like the cost of it here in like a couple days if we wanted to change something would be very significant. So it's good we caught that. Kind of just want to review AI's code if you can. Oh, there's no trial, buddy. There's no trial. What is it? Status. So we have different status. I forgot about the status part. I said check the code and like then we didn't check the code. No, but I think we deleted the status, right? Season plan status. This I don't see a status here. Subscription. Oh, but the Stripe subscription dot status. So this is from Stripe. So Stripe has I guess a status. Yeah, that makes sense though. So Stripe. Let me see status. Here we go. So possible values are incomplete, incomplete, expired, trialing, active, past due, canceled, unpaid, or paused. Collection message you can charge automatically. A subscription move incomplete. Then there's payment test message. Only a metadata and default. Hmm. Okay, so we really got to be mindful. Like we got to check the AI, bro, because we want that money. Like we don't want people slipping through without paying that subscription, right? So we're gonna double check that AI got this right a little bit, and I think it did though. Like yeah, I think yes, I think it'd be more so like it'd be disadvantageous to raise as much because coding is simpler now. You know what I mean? Like if to some extent, right? Like because if like one of the largest costs behind software was like having like engineering capacity, then I think you know as the resources required to achieve like the same level gets lower, then obviously like you know you can get a lot more done with a smaller team. So I think people would not need to raise. I think it'd just be like you'd be kind of giving up a large percentage to VCs when you know and then you're like answering to a lot of people, and it becomes like a very bureaucratic process. Whereas like, you can kind of keep your autonomy, and you still have, still making a lot of money. So I don't know. Just depends on the concept and the project. But for like all the like old kind of software businesses, like where you could just like, all right, bro, if I make an app and apply for YC, I'm gonna get in. Like that's probably over. You know what I mean? Like it's not as it's not gonna be as easy to get funding in that way. Man, so it spit out a lot of stuff, bro. Let's just say that the machine has spit out a lot. So this is the webhook that's handling like the actual event coming back. So this is what like when somebody pays, obviously, Stripe processes that on their side. We don't actually process any payment information in our application. Like, we're not PCI compliant. So that's all Stripe components and handled by Stripe. So the only way we can get an actual response on whether like, hey, did this person pay for this? We have to await you have to have Stripe communicate back to our server. So Stripe has to communicate with our server. So we expose an API route, which is called a webhook for people to for Stripe to communicate with us, and we can know when someone has successfully submitted a payment. Yeah, oh yeah, man, I've had startups for sure. I got a couple of different startups. I got a startup or two now as well. So, um, well, one is like a 4-year-old business, 4 or 5-year-old, but yeah, I've started startups. None like that are like just wildly successful, but definitely have a lot of experience in that regard. So we're gonna have to test this because I just want to like end-to-end test this real quick without like reviewing everything. So I'm kind of lazy, not gonna lie. Like I'm trying to act like I'm really going through this like diligent process, but all right, let's see. Let's just rule out all the functionality quirks now. So we're gonna say Stripe listen forward to localhost 42/webhook. So your secret key is dish. So then we're gonna put that in our .m.local. Up here. I think we called this when we were doing it. I think we called it like let me see something. What do we call it? Webhook. I think it's like a this right here. So Stripe webhook key secret. Okay, so equals. Oh, then I gotta copy this again, bro. This is like a demo secret. So like, if you guys start like, I guess, bro. Actually, bro. Like, just don't be weird, guys. Like, come on, bro. Matter of fact, bro. Matter of fact, we gotta get a webhook key. Just cause like I just got a bad feeling, bro. Like it's a demo key. Like the key doesn't actually give you access to anything, but it's like, somebody's gonna do something funny, bro. So I'm gonna just chill. Just in case we got some nefarious actors out there. I'm gonna just like get the no, I can't run that. Man, but what are y'all working on? So we got Shiraj working on a to-do list app. No Nightmares working on some projects. Nobody else working on anything. Bro, I can't. There we go. All right, so we change the webhook key. All right, bro. You can't see. You can't see. You can't see. Bro. What the fucking crud? Oh yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do. Just hack my own stream. Okay, so let's just see, bro. So to some extent, if we, for instance, uh, I guess we could just go to slash dashboard slash pricing. Let's use slash pricing, right? But did all that dog type is not valid JSON. So we regressed. Okay. So this was like just working, so I'm just trying to figure out like what could have prevented it from work or like what's stopping it from working now. Wait, is it like all this? So get user from session. Okay, auth.verify ID token. Okay, it might be like a little easier to come here and say, let's see. So this gave a 500 internal error response. So like literally, uh, so we got 500 error. Slash API slash service account must contain a string project ID property. Bro. Oh, I know what this is now. Wait, what the? Hold on, bro. I'm gonna have to, cause like this is gonna expose like my whole thing. But I know what this is now that I've seen it. But it's doing this. But yeah, let me open up another target date. Let me open another little tabby here. Little tabby. Wait, where'd it go? Like, I can't open the same thing. Bro, this thing blows. All right, let's see. because I know exactly what it is. I think it's like Firebase admin, blah blah blah. Wait, I think. Let me just. Well, I think the problem is that there's actually no like it just made this up. Uh, what I mean by that is that like so now it's trying to use Firebase admin so it can, but it doesn't need Firebase admin if we're logged in. That's the thing. I don't think it does. At least auth dot verify ID token. Oh, it's trying to verify the user. Well, you don't need to do that. Yeah, I think that's the problem. But been wrong before. I mean, we can do that. Like, there's no problem with doing that per se, but like, we just don't need to do that. I mean, because we can always do that on a server. So we're wanting to verify the ID token. Like, this is kind of just a weird ad thing. I guess like, do you want? Is there a security reason we? There a security reason? Well, because I guess if we're gonna do like actually this makes sense. 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 Because you need the user ID, yeah, in order to get the profile server side, which, but we just don't even need to. The thing is, like, we never needed to create this checkout session server side. Like, this is just like a value add, but like, man, I guess like it's fine, bro. It's super fine. It's super fine. Just like this is so unnecessary the way it's kind of going about it. Uh, It's kind of unnecessary. So we can add our email here and then we add our project ID, or we can use a private key, Firebase private key, initially not ready. Because we haven't even like configured the Firebase SDK. So it just like adds an additional aspect to this. For the Firebase admin SDK, we haven't configured. Yeah, that was fine. Where we just were. So this thing says everyone trusts anybody uses identity. Exactly. Makes a good point, AI. Make a good point. I was just trying to be lazy, man. You caught me. Perform add the Firebase admin SDK to your server. So we need to think we have Firebase admin installed already though. Package.json. Yeah, we do have it installed. Initialize. We just didn't have the credentials ready to go. To generate my service account. Yeah, I think we could just use the application default though. Why is it trying to do all that? Well, I think maybe there might be a chance we need this in a different environment. So we'll say if we'll say underscore or process data. Yeah, we'll say that development. Then we'll say patient default. Yeah, and I think that would solve the issue. Perhaps, maybe not. I don't know if we connect it to the auth emulator though. I mean the admin auth emulator. That's the other problem. Let's see. But like, I don't know if there's a difference between the admin auth and the other auth. I think there's just one. Yeah, so okay. I mean, we already got that, so fire. I was just, I don't know why it's not working. Then. Oh, but that was the no username match for API slash checkout. Oh, and I think that was a I'm tripping. I think that was a different error too. Plus, that wasn't even the right fucking terminal to run that command in. So actually, yeah, we misinterpreted that error. So that error was seemingly different. Um. Oh wait, maybe no, it wasn't. I think it was different. I think that error might have been different. Let's see. Host 3000 slash dashboard. Oh, this probably has to be changed by the way to like slash admin slash dashboard. Not gonna lie. let's see here. So, all right, we're logged in. So let's say pricing real quick, just because that's the page we have it on right now. Let's hit get started. It's obviously going to be error because it should not take that long. So let's just see what the error is. A username match. See, so this one says no username match for path. API Stripe. So if no username match for path, Stripe, username equals path match. Wait, why would it be? So why is the middleware using the username though? Wait, what the? Um. All right, let's. I think I know the problem. This is because we have pricing slash. This has to be, or it doesn't have to be necessarily, but it's basically like confusing this with our landing page. Like it's confused. Like basically our middleware for uh tracking stuff is like confusing this for like let's say um day 4 team or something. Oh well, yeah. It's just confusing this page. Long story short, like I don't remember the name of my team or anything, but basically if we change this route, seemingly like if we change this route to just like something like upgrade slash pricing, like I actually wanted to change that anyway. So if we say upgrade and then we move this pricing into upgrade and then we bring this here. Um so it was the naming convention that AI chose, I believe, is the problem. So then we come here and then we hit getting started. So now it feels faster, but now it just says failed to create checkout session. So let's see why I did that. Uh, Maybe as a stripe, no username match for path. So now it's still saying that. I think that's just logging something. I think. Oh, can that go away? I'm tripping. That's just logging something. So failed to create checkout session. Go check out. Oh, so isn't it giving us a 500 error or what kind of error is this? Let me see network unauthorized. I don't think there's a bearer token in here is the problem. See her? No, there is a bearer token. Call me unauthorized. day 6 account email, sign in provider. I mean, so that looks like the guy we need, right? So user ID equals this. Maybe you can solve it. But we're so close to solving it, I feel like. You know when like you're so close? Let me see. Let me see if I could just like piece this little piece together. Shit, I just forgot now. Yeah, I'm about to ask GPT. So error created checkout session is not what it's saying. It's saying there's an unauthorized error. So obviously that would be this 401 saying this is an invalid authentication token when it's being verified by the Firebase admin. I think is this even a file though? Okay, so let's see. Lib Firebase admin. That is a file. Export constant. So is it like not picking up on this? I think it's like right here. See, so token right there. And then basically it's saying the user, saying the token's not authorized effectively. Let's try to log out of the dashboard real quick. Let's try to get a new token, I guess. Let's log out. Let's log back in. Pricing. Or wait, is it upgrade slash pricing? Oh my. Saying it's not authorized. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna ask AI. Fuck. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Sick. There's no database URL. Firebase database URL. Next public database. Emulator host. Wait. Um, I got another project in here, right? Wait, yeah, like we don't. I don't think this is right. No, this isn't right, bro. It just got it wrong. Are you saying like GPT, like Chat GPT, or you're saying like just the AI in general? Like the new GPT isn't in here yet? What? I see, I see, I see. Yeah, I agree. Bro, I think it's kind of pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I don't think it needs to do that. Bruh, motherfuck. I think I accidentally rejected all of this. Fuck. Bro, I think I did I fuck up? Oh no, I don't. Wait, what happened to? Bro, did I fuck up? The first time that actually happened. Okay, let's see. Bruh. Oh my god. Bro. Oh my god, bro. What is this? Slash checkout. Are you kidding? Wait, how did it return? Oh, or not? I don't know. No. No. Fuck me, bro. You see? There we go. There we go. Oh, no. See, like it deleted a whole bunch of shit that I needed at the time, bro. Bring that back. Let's pricing slash page. I bring that back. Okay, I think that was all the bring backs. That was all the rewinds we needed to do. It's like, bro, wait, what? Wait, what? Fire makes admin in there. What follow this? Upgrade pricing. I'm gonna stand on straight business. B's I stand on straight business. I'm oh mad at me. Oh, that's actually this is route TS. I thought I just bro, what? Motherfucker. What the fuck? Let's see. Bro, why would it delete it though? Yeah, but it's kind of mixed up because there was some of the stuff I don't yeah, my this shit got my head spinning, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to figure out which point was the point. I think because like everything counts as one swoop, so there's changes that I actually want is the problem. But I think I got a good grasp on it. I just need to get this admin page back. Slash admin dash. Okay. Then I just need this back up here to be this node change on ranks. So let's see. Basically, um, Even using that? Okay, so forget this. Let's just do this. Then forget this. Then forget this. Add. Bro, what does it mean on line 6? It can't import. Bro, like, what is it doing that for? Okay. Because of this? I thought it's because of the circular reference. Like, that would have kind of made sense, but uh, just don't get why I wouldn't, like, respect that, but it's fine. Okay, so clearly it's a caching issue then. Right, so the restore checkpoint isn't like the problematic, or so the problematic part, nightmare about the restore checkpoint right now is that like I had been talking with the machine, you know what I'm saying, all the way to. So it came back to, oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. No, I see what you're saying. So like if I click restore checkpoint, I don't know, bro. I don't know. This should be tweaking sometimes. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. I think I see what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying. Bro, this shit fucking still doesn't work. My God. I got like fucking there's no apps. No, 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 no. Motherfucker. Okay, so then if get apps, I think we just want to do if apps balance zero. If no, I mean you don't even have to do that. I don't think. I mean, but we could. But it's fine. Who AAA? That's your vibe stat? Lovable? Okay, okay, okay. I think I feel that, bro. Um, I feel that. I feel 500. Bro, bro. Okay. If no get apps dot length. So if get apps dot length greater than zero. Okay, so constant apps equals get apps. If apps greater than zero, then we wanna hold on. Then we wanna otherwise we initialize that. Mana constant existing at apps dot by uh, if existing app, if no existing app, initialize Firebase. And then I think what would else be? I'll be with the app that auth. Um, Lovable. No, no, I think lovable is Figma. Like, I mean, a Figma replacement. Who? That's a statement. But I do think I did use it for like a lot, like some of my UI for this app. So, I don't deny it. So I don't deny it. I tried that. I knew that was bad. I knew that was bad. Uh, uh, bro, what the absolute? All right, guys, 1 second, man. Damn, this shit annoying me. Think. I think I do need to. I mean, it should just like. think it's because we didn't have this environment variable set. Oh my god. No way chat was figuring that out, bro. I mean, I asked it and it started like doing a whole bunch of bullshit because it basically because of the naming convention that Next requires you to do, like Next Public, um, it's not being captured the that we're using Firebase emulator. Like, so basically right here you see in the documentation of Firebase, it says, yo, Firebase SDK automatically, admin SDK automatically connects to the authentication emulator when Firebase auth emulator host environmental variable and environment variable is set. So this was not set, so it wasn't automatically connecting to the authentication emulator. So now the error we're getting is related to something entirely different. So let's figure out if we can. So it says, hold on, let's see if we can figure out why we got a 500 error there. Let's see. Fail to create checkout session. Very informative. See if we get that, and then also, because we should have got error creating. Oh, it says it right here. Firebase error. String. Anonymous. Wait. Just. Well, we don't need that. Start error. Yeah, start it. Permission denied. What? Bruh. I think we're gonna have to tear down the building with this one. I do think that's what we're gonna have to do. Honestly, think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go back to square one with this one. Cause this shit, user ID not found. Oh, username match. Like, Wait, why was it? We still got all this shit in there? Let's get all this shit out of there. Wait, we still got that webhook shit in there? Hold on, we still got a lot of bullshit. See, like, fuck that. Like, hold on, bro. This shit is stupid. I think I might have deleted too much. There's no customer ID. Oh my goodness. I'm tripping. I think I was supposed to get rid of this. What's up, NH? Oh, fucking A, bro. Of what cloud? Wait, so what the bro? Nightmare. You still there, bro? What the? Nah. This AI just gaslighted me, bro. The AI just gaslighted me. What's up, Farouk? Man, we're creating Hooplink, brother. Hooplink. Link tree style application for basketball teams. Oh, uh, the verified token. Wait, why would it be possibly undefined? I think you can be pretty confident. Hmm. But that's not even the problem, quite honestly. Don't think that's where the issue is. So I think there's a problem. Here's what I'm gonna say. Say I think this is a problem. Okay. Firebase emulator. No, there's no way. Oh, I think for this, so this should finally fix our issues once and for all. After all that AI tossed us and turned us and tissed us and tossed us, and now we finally got the piece of the pie or the pasta. We can now sit here and wait for the last bit of generated code. And hopefully, yeah. So pretty much we need an admin token granted to us. Man, mother, what's up? Let's go. AI's fixing us up here. This should work now, by the way. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. Maybe this don't work and I'm just a fool. Appreciate that, Farouk. Trying to finish up that payment system right now. Trying to finish up the payment system, but it doesn't wanna work for me. I was getting like a fucking ridiculous error. Like, what does this shit say? Only conformance source mask can be used for the original code. Used to find the original code, the payload. So this is something it just created. Uh, uh, uh. What are you creating, Farouk? What's something you working on, man? Talk to me about it. Um, Man, there was somebody throwing around ideas the other day. I think that they joined the Discord, man. The Builders Hub is where you want to be for ideas. Like I said, that's a Discord you can join in the description for free, always free. Farouk, you can join that. But basically, any ideas? Give me a second to contemplate some ideas for you. This is ridiculous. Okay, bro. So we're just gonna commit these changes real quick. Just cause Ugh, man, I'm tired. Just a little bit. Mm. Get up and stretch real quick, chat. I'll be right back. Won't be long. Okay, we're back. So I got a minute to think about this in my absence. And so borderline, I mean, like, very simply, our issue is a permissions issue because we're trying to access data on behalf of the user. So when we try to get the user's profile here using the UID, we need to make sure that we're using the Firebase admin SDK, Firestore admin SDK. So okay. So let's tell it to do that real quick. Uh, let's say this call to get user profile. This call to get user profile, which uses the Firestore SDK to instead use a call to get the user profile from the Firestore admin SDK, since we need to perform this retrieve on behalf of the user. See, but I think the thing is also is like if it doesn't work, then we're just gonna like scrap whatever we got going right here. Cause like now that I think about it, like why do we even need to like there's no real reason to not create a one time checkout session, honestly. It's like an unnecessary like optimization. Now that I'm actually giving it some thought. Updating the pricing plans page. Wait, let's see. That's crazy. But why is it the client that's firing off? Update user customer ID admin. Okay. What the admin services? This shit sounds like what was this called? Let me see if we can log user profile. What's up, Doc? That's funny. What's up? What's up, Doc? Invalid authentication. A link tree style platform for basketball teams, so that they can, s- advertise and market their team more easily. Where are we at here? Let's see. Biz development console.log. What the absolute shish kebab? Looking for that user ID. Don't see it. There's so many logs. I'm dying in login. From any URL shortener. Like, what's a URL shortener? Help me explain. Like like you mean like Linktree? Like, cause it's supposed to be like a link in bio type platform. For people to like display. Like, I don't know if you ever seen. Have you ever seen a Linktree before? Like something like this. Yeah. So okay. So what's your question about that? That is a great question. So basically, so you'll be able to like obviously display your like information about your team more modularly. So like with Linktree, you get like more limited functionality. So you're not able to display like, imminent relevant things like, whether that's your team stats, your roster, um, different media that your team like, so things that like recruits, sponsors or fans find relevant isn't like immediately accessible. So they have to click through like a tree of links to get access to that. So not only do we provide like the ability to also link them to other platforms, but we also provide different components that allow like for like that incentivize further fan engagement compared to Linktree. So there's some value adds there. And so that's a part of like these are great questions because that's a part of the updating the marketing copy today. So like basically like yeah, part of today is like part of the latter part of today would be updating the some of the sales copy and like some of the language we're going to use to market and sell teams on the application. I'm kind of trying to think about this at the same time because what wow man, invalid grant error description, invalid grant. And saying it because of the admin collection.get users. So it's before this. So I'm assuming. That's the document right there, right? Wait, so do we get the data? Okay, so the data does not like it's coming. Okay, so it was able to get the user ref. So what's up with this bro admin? Pretty sure this is something entirely different. Here I'm getting is basically when I'm trying to get the user's profile using the admin the Firebase admin SDK. So let's see, let's see, context, I think is what it is. So using Firebase admin Firestore now, similar to how we have so we're just trying to like retrieve the collection, and the payload argument must be of type object, receive null, error fetching user profile from admin SDK. Error fetching that. So basically, yeah, I mean that's our error. Is what is it? This one. See, but the thing is, hold on, let me see. Uh, well, let me see. Admin. Damn, you might be right, bro. You might be right. Bro might be right. You might have just came through. What's up, Doc? Bro, we're gonna have to delete like those two files that just generated. Like it just generated some nonsense. Like it was like, yo, let me give you some nonsense. What? That was absolutely terrible. Bro, that was absolutely garbage. I forgot the what is the code for I just forgot like the syntax for allowing the admin. I'm pretty sure it's like we gotta use if enable. All right, so we're gonna get a little bit better with this prompt. Okay, that's just what's gonna happen. Enable admin read and writes using Firebase. He writes by updating the Firebase. Bro, see, I'm already right there with you, bro. I'm gonna change it to ask you, right? I should change it to ask, but We're here. What's up? Enable admin reading rights by updating the Firebase rules. Firebase or Firestore.rules. Maybe that's why I got confused last time. Enable admin reading rights by updating the Firestore.rules. File to allow admin access to the user collection. Uh, what's it? What is it called? Admin token, system token. Bro, there's like such a simple way to do this, bro. Because this isn't right. Okay. We need to ensure that add when we access the user profile as an admin on our server, that we have the proper permissions. Access the user profile as an admin on our server via the Firebase admin SDK. Firestore admin, that we have the proper permissions to access the data. Update Firestore rules to sure access. Okay, if it says so. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just in case, we're tripping, we're gonna do that. Okay, just in case we're tripping. Which, since that already took so long, we already probably know we're not tripping. Right? So we're not tripping. So I don't think it's the Firestore rules because it told us that by default, when using an admin SDK, it should bypass any rules. So we shouldn't have to explicitly set it. Is what it sounds like that means. No, 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 no. It has like several errors nested in one. Bro, this thing just straight cap, isn't it? I don't think there was anything wrong with my ADC. I think it just said that because I said that. I think it just gaslighted me, bro. Wait, check your ACs. Context. Potential. Explicitly. Why? Uh, was it? Let's see. Context. Let's see, bro. Let's see if it's capping to me. Let's see, bro. Let's see, bro. Let's see, bro. You see what I'm saying, bro? Hell, this is a Hail Mary. It's probably, let me take a look. This is a Hail Mary. Run with me. Because it's not like helping at all, bro. Like, y'all see what's going on, right? Bro, this thing is telling me the wrong thing. I'm telling you guys, I know this. Like, telling you this thing is wrong. The thing has no idea what it's talking about. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Wait. Oh, is it doing the agent? Motherfucker. If process.m error verify. Bro, what? Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Just fucking stop, bro. We try to give this thing a chance, bro. Just completely fucked the boots. You know anything? Come on, bro. Let's see. Uh, dot collection. There's like no reasonable explanation. Bro, this thing is ridiculous. Absolutely. What do y'all think, man? Time to revert revert everything? Man, we need some coffee. That's still fresh. Man, guys, I cannot figure out the last bit of this error, man. Like, what the heck? Basically, I need to be able to access the user profile data on the server. Man, I can't figure this out. I'm gonna have to take a break. This is not the end of day 7, I promise. This is not the end. I don't care if we got to come back at 10 p.m. We'll be here. Late night sesh. Vibe coding till we get to that dollar. I'll see you guys a little later.